Oh, I respect that. I just, especially because Burst is normally a top laner as well. So as far as I know, I think he's normally a top laner because he usually is for Sasha's. But like, I like it a lot basically as a like a counter pick. I think it does pretty decent in the Yone, and I think it does really good in like locking him down and like preventing him from either escaping with his like E or like Q2 or his ultimate. Like he's able to just like kind of ult and then just like bring him down, and then you also got all those shields and everything. I think it's actually just like a really nice counter pick. I just don't know about the Skarner. I have no idea. It's like the fact that he doesn't have the like spires in like the lanes is like what makes it sketchy. I think like if he had a spire in that like top alcove or something like that, then the lane could be very interesting. But I don't know. It's technically a tank top, so I think it's fine. It's it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. He didn't really go phase rush, so he just went grasp for like the lane proc trades. Because I know with like phase rush, you could just always run away. Because like with Skarner, it's like really easy. You just like E auto and then Q, and then you zoom away. And I guess like he's just gonna like probably E and farm it out. I'm just not really like sure about it, but there's other things that I haven't been sure about, like that I've been completely wrong about. Because like I looked yesterday because I was talking about the weird Senna build that I saw who would get quick slice go as support with the Frostfire, but apparently it's a thing. And I think that comes from like not playing enough solo queue, because I'm pretty sure I probably would have spotted it at some point. But instead I saw that and it's like, I just didn't think there's enough damage. But like knowing how Senna plays as a champion, like you get to late game, it's like my friend played it the other day. Yeah, I was just like, so in the way I was wondering is like the other day I thought Mamba needed more damage, so like I was kind of like sus about it. And then like for example, I played it my friend played it the other day when I was playing with him, and then like a LeBlanc just goes all in, burns like everything, hits everything, does a perfect combo and ignite, and he's still alive, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that build's stupid. Like that moment alone sold me on the build. Like I was like, okay, all right, I understand. So I always get interested in BTL metas because I feel like as a league we always end up making kind of our own mini meta within like other metas, because it's like a pick will happen in like a certain game, and then all of a sudden like everybody wants to run it. And like so far this Garner doesn't seem like completely awful in lane. I'm not really sure. It's, it's weird. It's just really weird. Like I'm guessing it's just for like the pick potential later. Um, but like in my head, all I think is like, can't like a Maokai or like a Malphite do like the same job you want, or like an Ornn even? Like, it's like with the Ornn, will just make all of a sudden like your other people's items really good. I just know like the pick potential of like Skarner is like obviously really really high. Even compared to those, I guess, because like I guess Malphite could be considered comparable, but just having that extra suppress is pretty insane. Well, that's what happens when you take a whole minion wave, though. Like, I think if he backed off earlier and then didn't try to like get farm there, I don't think he would have been having like that big of a problem. But uh, uh, dude, that's my problem about playing top lane. Is I do what Yuka does right there, right? You start winning lane, and then you just take turret shots because you want it so bad. Like you want it so bad. And the funny thing is, he's gonna equalize the CS for it now. Yeah, especially because if Skarner gets a nice like reset here and then goes back and then buys items, it's gonna be so much harder to bully him out for a while, just because of like, because like I do think Aatrox is pretty good right now, but like I don't think his item breakpoint is as good as it's always been. Like, uh, just from all the different like nerfs and stuff like that, and like what he used to be able to build. So sometimes like into tanks, like he can still hurt them, but like it just takes a while. It takes a long while. I still really like the comp though. Like together, I could see the South Dakota mine comp just being like really, really annoying to deal with. Yeah, because you've got like so many things to protect the carries of Mini Lawrence and TJLK. And then like the one thing that's like really nice about this corner, even compared to like the other picks, like if Camille tries to be like sneaky and then like try to kill any of them, if he just ults her, then it's like, well, there goes one of your pick potential. Like, like kind of like ruin some but like part of your comp a little bit. Because I'm not. Oh, that was a fantastic second Q, but I still think he's dead because of the Camille ult. Actually, he gets out. That was actually really well played. What was that? Like, wow. That was so massive brain. Mini Lawrence and the Yone mechanics. So rough. That's so rough. Oh, but that was actually such a really good game because a really good binding. On my end, it looked like it hit. It was just really weird. I just almost want to agree with you because as somebody who plays jungle, therefore I play a lot of fat champions. Morgana binding doesn't feel fair. So I feel like it should hit to like it should hit a minion there. Cause like there are times when I'm playing like Gragas or like freaking Mundo or just I don't know, probably Hecarim, like just any of the enormous fat champions in the jungle. It's like I swear I dodged the binding, and it's like no, you're fat. Sit down. It's so hard to dodge stuff on fat champions. I'm like you 80 carries complaining about skill shots, dude. You guys are tiny. You can dodge stuff. I'm a fat little waddler, dude. I just get hit. But yeah, even with that first blood, they still don't have a gold lead. Unfortunately, just from the lane phase, a little bit of it coming in from the top side, and the Triss losing out on farm. She gets out. That's good. Man, the only problem I have with Little Demon Trist is why does it have to be such a good skin when I have Dragon Trainer Trist? I don't want to have to get another Trist skin, but I really like the Demon Trist skin. Which one do you prefer, Dragon Trainer or Little Demon? I just like the animations and stuff on it. I don't know what about it makes me like it so much. Because I love Dragon Trainer. And it's like I've got all the chromas for it too. So it's like even better. I just don't know why I like it. Probably because I'm an emo kid or something. Oh, we're gonna see him try to drag him under tower, but I believe he might go down there. Got a double jump coming in from Trist. And then the exhaust coming in on Pixel Wolf into the Yasuo or Yone ult. This is gonna be really tough, but we should see Camille be able to clean some of this up. Interesting. Maybe this corner pick is designed. Uh-oh.
I've been muted this whole time. You were talking to yourself. In the stream, of course, but
That's funny. I like I didn't even have the chat open, so it's like I didn't even see all those people
I'm
saying that either.
sorry. We only hear in defense. Yeah, sorry. Am I ahead of you? Like, I'm streaming it for you, right? I feel like you're 2 seconds behind me, but I don't know why. I'm streaming it. I'm streaming it for him in Discord because he's not in the lobby. But I don't know. Maybe it's Discord delay. Oh, the solo kill. Wait, when did Camille get the first kill? Now she got the second one. Oh no, I missed so much stuff. Yoni, are you okay? He's definitely not okay. Neither this Skarner. At the bottom on Seraphim Flash. Oh, I gotcha. Hmm. they going for the drag? I mean, going to stop them? Technically, they are stronger because they have Tristana.
Sorry about that. My roommate came in and he was talking to me.
Oh, oh no. Oh, the Tristana. No. Wait, wait. They scuffed the fight. If he did that, oh wait, never mind. He's gonna kill them all. I think if they fought that together, they win it. But Jan was late, and
Yeah, I
Tristana
think
went.
that's
Ah,
yeah, that's the thing about South Dakota Mines is like they have really good draft and like
they
they
were
have like
like,
a good idea in their head, but they just don't sometimes like group or like play towards what their strengths should be.
yeah, unlucky. They had that.
I forgot that I was supposed to probably be going for Pixel because like I'm naturally always go for whatever draft is spiciest. I'm like, spicy draft should win. I love spicy draft.
Hell yeah.
I want to see this corner top win.
Oh, he's dead, isn't he?
I think so. She's got ult, right?
The Q damage. Holy.
My God, like like I don't even mind most of her kit, but I really hate her like her Q
Her
true
Q
damage. Like,
damage. What the fuck am I looking at?
wait, what? Okay, that was the weirdest interaction I've seen. I think with Skarner. Like I play a lot of Skarner, and I guess I've never ulted a Aatrox mid Q3.
That was a sick pose.
Yeah, it was, dude. If I was young, I'd be happy about that. I would be untilted from top lane for that moment.
He's waiting for him. Oh shit, he's done. Never mind.
Get the flash out at least. I will gladly always trade a flash on for ultimate on Aatrox, especially because like if you keep Skarner's flash down, it's just he's not really going to be like useful late compared to like other tanks. Like he really needs the flash ult.
Oh. Hmm.
Oh, we're gonna see another gank go through. Yuka
He's
with
dead,
the
right?
Hishinshin gameplay.
Noise.
Oh, we're gonna actually see a kill. What's happening in the bot lane yet again? Hecarim coming in to try to salvage this. He's actually gonna go ahead and leave, I guess, his support for dead.
So much stuff
Oh no,
going
but he
on.
he's so fast, he just comes right back.
Yeah.
This is why Hecarim is so strong in this meta.
Ajax died. Their bot lane died. Pixel died. Yon barely survived. Oh,
Oh, that was.
it will be big if they get the shutdown of Camille. Oh, please get Camille first.
Oh, she got to jump over, and she might be able to
Oh,
kill the
she missed.
Skarner.
Oh, never mind. The Q damage. Holy moly.
Oh no. Okay, whatever. Q damage, yeah.
Yeah.
He just
Jesus.
thinks something's about to happen, and then like the Q damage says no. And honestly, this is such a good snowballing moment right here for like Sasha's, because now that they already have two Drakes, and then they just took a 2,000 gold lead off of those like haphazard fights from South Dakota Mines. If they get a nice like, I would try to break the mid lane turret with this. Like I'm a big proponent of trying to break the mid lane turret whenever the plates are gone, because I
Mm-hmm.
think it opens up the map like way more than obviously
Yeah,
any
of
other turret
course.
does. See that, or like um, depending on the dragon time, it's always just nice to keep like hold on to the herald for the next dragon
Yep.
and then just use it for free prio. That's always a good option. But yeah, you can see in like this type of game, like this is why Hecarim's just always so good in solo queue and even in BTL is because like even if you're not really in position to gank, you just ghost, and then like
Yeah,
you
I
just
can't wait for the nerf, dude. I'm so sick of Hecarim.
that's my thing. It's like I love Hecarim, but I've got this weird thing as a jungler that like anytime a jungler becomes like overplayed or like completely like too OP
Dominating.
for some reason, I don't like playing it anymore. Like it's like because I get bored of it,
It
right?
is
It's like
boring.
you play like 30 games of it and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm done with it for this season, I guess. Like this is annoying. I'm just tired of playing like Hecarim and Udyr every single game. That's why like
Yeah.
most of my games I haven't really played those champions.
Hey guys.
Hello, Hacksaw, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, Hacksaw. This is
Sly,
Hacksaw,
Sly,
guys.
dude. Dude, you said it. You said it
Elite
the way Sly.
Hacksaw.
You said it the way Hacksaw does when he comes in, right? But then the second you said your second sentence, like I knew immediately you were him.
I was gonna see how long I can pretend to be someone else. I don't know what
Yeah,
Hacksaw sounds like, so
I was about to say you didn't. It's because like when I imagine Sly, I imagine you to come in cocky as hell. So
really,
like
you think I'm super cocky? That's good to know.
maybe you're not super cocky, but you sound cocky.
Oops. Okay.
There's no problem with it, man. It's part of the jungle thing. We all pretend to be cocky because we get flamed every game.
I walked into you talking about the meta with the jungle. What's up? What are we talking about?
The running. I was talking about like Hecarim and Udyr. Like every game is like annoying. Like especially with like the full tank Hecarim build nowadays. Like I don't mind it because I've built that in the past and like I don't mind going like between it. But like I don't like it when certain champions are like super dominating because it's like I don't know if it's my ADHD or something else, but like I hate playing the same champion like over and
Yeah.
over and over
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
boring for sure. I agree, man. The problem was just that there were so many. Udyr and Hecarim are very tanky and clear really fast, and that was just a really strong. I mean, obviously, there's in pro play, there's been some other champions that have gotten played, but they're all champions that can clear quickly enough to. It's basically just been like um, some Volibear, some Graves, some Olaf,
Yep. And then now
and
like
some
Morg showing up
Lilia.
after the buffs.
Yeah, I think Morg. I think Diana is massive. I think Diana's. I have
I've
Diana in my S plus tier at this point. I think
Diana's
she's
broken,
exceptionally
yeah.
strong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I ever in the Riot Please Nerf or like can Snow Returns get a better patch for him? Like that's where like he is on my like tier list.
it's
Like Diana's
possible that
busted.
she's in her like tier of her own too after this next patch with all the nerfs that are coming out to Hecarim's items. So I'll be
They're actually
curious.
nerfing I think Diana pretty hard too though. I think from what I saw because like pretty much almost the majority of the champions that they buffed last patch they're nerfing this next patch. Like
I
Diana's
think they're
getting
just
nerfed, Vlad's getting nerfed.
mm,
Even Rumble I think is getting slightly nerfed.
yeah. His was just on his overheat damage. I actually think Rumble Jungle is probably B tier at this point. Like it's pretty good. I think it might get played some.
I
It's
liked it.
unfortunate.
I played it and then threw the game when I played it. So
It's
whoopsie on
not
that
easy.
one.
It's not an easy champion.
Well, dude, it's just sometimes you got to realize that there's a handshake, right? Like if their mid laner's Diana and their jungler's Volibear, don't contest the scuttle. Don't
Mm-mm.
do it. I
Right.
contested it because like, what if I could hit the harpoon? That's a dumb thing to do. Don't do that.
I was gonna say I think you still die. I don't think it matters. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh man, if I hit it from max range with the like harpoon, and then like Diana's just a little bit closer than I thought, the whole game went real sour after that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you give a mid laner double buffs and you get behind on a farming jungler. Big
Oh,
whoops on
okay.
that.
So this is Sincere's team. This is
Yeah,
the
SDM,
South
South Dakota
Dakota.
Mines versus Sasha's fan club.
Sorry, I just hopped in. I'm kind of late.
Yeah, it was a very interesting draft by like South Dakota Mines, but like unfortunately, I don't think they were really playing like well towards their win cons of like playing together. Um, so a lot of their fights ended up being a little bit disjuncted, and at this point, this Camille is massive.
Yone trying to do
Jesus
his
Christ.
best. His best, but it doesn't matter. Camille just
He
standing still, auto attacking him to death.
he tried so hard to do anything
He
he could
did.
to outplay, and it just didn't matter anymore. It just doesn't matter. But that's what happens. You get the Titanic and everything. Hacker, I'm just gonna constantly activate all the buttons.
This
I
could
think I
be
liked.
could be in trouble here.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
How
of
Dude,
is
shoot,
interesting
Chris,
CC
just
positioning.
shut down.
possible?
But yeah,
So
Skarner top. I haven't seen that ever in competitive. Not that I don't like it, but
last time I saw Skarner top was before I think his second
CC's gonna
rework when
die?
you could go AP and he could heal with his E. Um,
I think if there were some shrines up top at the annexes, then
yeah,
or
the
animals,
Alcoves.
whatever. Yeah, Alcoves. That's what we're gonna.
I was like, it would be so much better because it gives him so many stats. Like, but otherwise, it's like just play Malphite or Maokai or something like, or Ornn. Like, it fulfills a similar purpose, except it can lane
Yeah.
better.
Right.
I don't see the point
Honestly,
spamming.
even like Warwick top is better than, except for you
Yeah.
can't pull them with you. I'm just
I mean,
thinking of like single target suppression champions.
yeah, I was about to say at that point, like just play Warwick or Malzahar.
Play Malzahar top, play Andy top.
Warwick is such a bait top too. If you
Oh
wanna
yeah,
do
the
the
barrier
solo,
build.
yeah, I was about to say yeah, like the solo queue special where you go like barrier ignite and you just like bait other top laners to fight you because you know they can't help themselves. It just it's the nature of top lane.
People don't
You go
think about summer spells either. Like it's crazy to me.
plus the fact that like once Warwick goes below a third HP, he becomes like a whole new chain. He becomes Master E.
What is the team with the Hecarim Camille?
That's Sasha's fan club. They
Well,
beat
Sasha's
Gogurt
fan club
yesterday.
has literally 3 pink wards and probably 2 or 3 more normal wards deep in San Diego, South Dakota.
Deep in San Diego.
I see SD.
Yeah, so we got San Diego, and that's their red side, right? And then like their top side is like Sacramento.
What's another SD? I don't know.
See, this is why I'm not like fully convinced about the Skarner pick, though.
He
It's
should
like
just
he's not even
leave.
allowed to
He
lane.
should just leave and start grouping. And
Yeah,
then just go
I
back
wouldn't
to
even be in
lane.
top lane anymore. I would just be constantly grouping. Because like this is honestly what SDM needs to do is just group. If I was them and I'm this far behind, I would definitely make sure our sweepers are going, buy a few more vision wards, and I would death push. I think death push is probably like their best
Yeah,
bet.
since they have every CC possible.
Yeah, they've
And
got so
choke
much
points.
CC and shields and everything. It just feels really good. But instead, I think they're gonna actually let Sasha's kind of like set up for this dragon coming up, which is really bad because it's gonna be
Yeah.
like the last Drake as well. And it's Ocean Soul, right?
I don't think they scale well enough to be able to play for Elder. Sometimes whenever my teams get behind on Dragons, I just say, all right, we're going to let them get Soul so that we can get Elder later, especially if we have like 2 late game win cons. Because then it kind of gives us an idea of when we want to, what timing we want to play for. So we need to have X items by the time that Elder comes around. But I just don't see how not San Diego can do that with their
B
like, they're not going to scale that well with the Triss, Morg, Yone.
BTL has scarred me with its Elder coin flips. Like
I've won
yesterday.
more,
Oh my
not
god.
like I won so many 50-50 smites in BTL, and I'm not that good at 50-50. I just got really lucky. But I remember last season, great dive here.
What?
Yone with the R, gets R follow with the Camille. It's
What?
just Camille
What the
outplayed
heck
big
just
time. So
happened?
Yone R'd as he was Ring, Camille R'd at the same time, so it brought her with him to the final location. So she went invulnerable, so she couldn't be hit by the Yone R.
Oh no.
So it also
Yeah,
followed him. It's a really perfectly play. You couldn't time it better if you're that Camille. Like, that was actually one of the most beautiful R's I've ever seen from a Camille.
I was about to say
Holy.
like I expected the interaction to be like slightly different, right? I expected it to be like she'll still land in the same place and then Yone would come like snapping back to her. I didn't expect the full follow.
Yeah, so
Uh,
it doesn't land until she's landed on the target.
mhm.
So if the target flashes, it'll do the same thing. Like if you flash as the R is coming out, it'll replace the hex. What is it? The hexagon? Is it hexagon? Yeah. Oh, that
I'm
meta
watching the
where
stream and I
Camille
tried to
was
click her.
jungle. Yeah, the meta where Camille was jungle. I learned a lot about Camille. I missed that meta. It was so fun.
Oh, that's because that's the meta that you could play like Kiana too, right?
I think so.
I felt the jungle was just very
It was
unique then,
terrible.
where you was it terrible? I don't remember.
It was all
Jungle
about skirmishing in river.
jungle changes so much. Oh wait, okay, so that's when I was probably playing Xin Zhao and J4
I
and like level 2
I
ganking every
think
game.
yeah, yes, it would have been. Jarvan would have been meta at that time because the crowd spawned much earlier, so you could just play for both crowds without farming your actual jungle.
Yeah, I remember that's when I played so much Xin Zhao. I just would just fucking fight I'd be like, fight me! Like every time. I didn't care what champion you were. I think I even played a good bit of Warwick then too, because like Warwick level 2-3 is pretty insane. I just played a bunch
Lakey,
of like early like fight me at Scuttle or I'm gonna level 2 gank you champions, I think in that meta.
yeah. So Lakey, so an experienced Morgana player is always going to pull those two buffs, the buff and the Krugs together, because your
Mhm.
W will hit on both, and so you get the cooldown reduction. Because the way the W got buffed, for every time it procs on a epic monster, it reduces the cooldown of the W. So if you put those two buffs together, you can do the same thing with Red and Raptors. Kind of pull them together, and then you just W down to where the W hits both the buff and the epic portion of the camp. Then you just like you melt camp. So that's why Morgana's going to be meta. Is because she
So
can do that and super
Wh-
strong.
I read this before online. Like, what do you think about the fact of trying to like change the current jungle meta into a? I don't think it would really make it healthier, but into like a different state if they like shortened the camps leashing so you couldn't also double camp, because pretty much almost all the good junglers can like probably double camp in some way. You know, like
Yeah,
the only thing is I feel like as somebody who likes to play so many different junglers, I feel like that would hurt Fiddlesticks so much.
yeah. Uh, Fiddle is weird because the camps he leashes and does double camps on are he doesn't do them as quickly as some of the new champions. Like you can do the same thing with Mordekaiser Jungle. I don't know how much you've played that, but I've been picking it quite a bit. I really enjoy it. I think it's actually very underrated. I don't think people have figured out how to do it. But him and Morgana both, I think, and then you have champions too that like Zach who can do it well with his W. I'm gonna have to ult out there.
He
It
just
gets his
away.
Sterix. What was that? It was a Karma Shield, wasn't Sterix? But yeah, no, I think
This
if they, I
ocean's
don't
all
think that's
too
the way
hard.
you fix
Too
it. I
low.
think you just got to get a better understand. The people who do patches need to understand what the timing should be and what the pros and cons of different timings are, right? So like if you're going to be a really fast jungler, clear speed, then you should have some other weaknesses. Like Hecarim does everything well. That's why he's meta. He clears quickly enough. He skirmishes decently. He can always escape from getting like in trouble. He ganks very, very well. He team fights very well because his ultimate is an AoE fear. This is really
Yeah,
nice
he just
CC
has
layering.
everything.
I don't see like this. This is nuts. If
She's. Oh, he missed the Q.
there you go.
Add E.
Okay, if he did miss
Thankfully.
E, he actually would have lived. That's actually insane
Yeah.
that he almost still got to live for free. That's wild.
So just for the like to stay on the game though, like South Dakota really has to. Tristana has to keep getting strong.
Yeah.
Like getting the shutdown gold onto her is important, but the real win con is they have to steal
Elder.
Elder. They
Yeah,
have
it has to
They're
be.
not
It
going to be able
has
to fight
to.
Elder. They're going to have to steal it, or they're going to have to get a crazy fight as it's getting started, to where neither team takes it, or they're able to take it after.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I think
and
that's
I think most of
literally
it,
their only win condition left, but that's
right?
because Ocean Soul is so powerful.
Their
Like if it was
wombo
like
is sick
Cloud Soul
too,
or
right?
something.
Like
Yeah.
Seraphine R, Morgana R, Yone R is pretty nasty. Plus you have some AoE and Trista's kit, so you have the tools to get lucky. You just got to turn the Daft Punk volume all the way up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Is that reference too dated?
No, not for me. It is for probably other
I know we
people.
have some high schoolers that are in BTL, so I think like Quick Slice that might be outdated for him. I'm not
Man,
watching chat.
I
But
do
if he's in
I do
chat-
League of Legends like references that are outdated, dude. I was talking about a match between like when like Dyrus and Odd One set up for a gank on Neon Tanso, and like Ito was like, whoa. Really blast from the past on that one. I just always warn people that the more people complain about the state jungles in now, is I honestly think that the next state the jungle will be in will arguably make people more mad. Because
Yeah, I
like
think
when
this
you
meta. Do you like this meta or last season's meta more? With like the skirmishing meta.
it's hard to say. It's just I'm kind of like tired of like I don't think paths are as variable now. Like I don't think you can be
Yeah, I
as
agree.
like
Creative.
creative with pathing now, and that's a big problem I have with it. And that's why I think like a lot of people, this looks like it's just gonna be a fat dub
Yeah,
though. They don't
plus
even
with
need.
fan club, just a hard 5-man dive and it's just easy clap there. Pretty beautiful with the Ocean Soul.
I just
and
think
all
the
the
next
layering.
jungle meta, if they try to change where jungle is and people complain about jungle being OP now, the next jungle meta is just going to be about ganking junglers. So people are going to hate junglers even more. So it's like, yeah, there goes the end of
Blitz.
game freeze that I hate so much.
I don't know
But yeah, like
why.
that's why I keep telling people. I'm like, you know, you keep complaining about the state of jungler, but like junglers will kind of stay in their jungle a bit more nowadays than they would
Right.
previously. So the second the jungle meta changes, it's gonna be like chain ganks from like Elise and like Lee Sin
Yeah.
and like Rek'Sai, and I don't understand. I don't think people understand how painful that. Like, you know, like if you think it's already annoying in solo queue and you think junglers already decide the game in solo queue, like wait until the ganking junglers become meta and you get
Right.
ganked like 5 times in like three
The
minutes.
tempo hasn't really been meta for a while. Like even last season, it was mostly skirmish meta, which is distinctive from. I mean, not that you can't gank in skirmish meta because you probably do, but it's not as scary getting ganked by a Nidalee as it is getting ganked by a Lee Sin or a Jarvan.
Mhm.
You know, like champions who are going to be able to bring their own CC to the table and dumpster you. Even like back when like the tempo set meta was a thing. I think that was
Especially because like a lot of those champions, like they'll have to gank you off of timings, right? But then like back in the day, or if they change it to a more like gank heavy, like it's just not a farming jungler like gold heavy style, then you're just gonna have like junglers who are like, fuck farming, I'm gonna farm you. And like
right.
I honestly don't understand. Laners are gonna like hate that so much. So much. And it's whatever, man. If people on Reddit keep complaining about it, I'll just play Jarvan and camp them level 2.
That's
We'll see which one they prefer. Yeah, that's all from her second Q, right?
yeah. Check how much
90% of
true
her second
damage.
Q.
Check how much true damage she dealt.
Oh yeah,
Can
because
you
you
do
can
that?
check out true damage dealt, and then true
It's
damage to champions would show all the. Hey, it actually is like almost.
6K. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty massive. Out of
So
what?
that's what, a little under 50%, like 40%,
Yeah, about 40-ish, 35-ish,
35
I
to
think.
40.
Yeah, that's so much, and it's
Crazy.
literally her second Q proc is where all that damage came from.
So they
So
blinded
insane.
Yone to try and pair with Morgana. Did they B1 Morgana?
I think Morgana was picked relatively earlier. I was doing schoolwork, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see what the draft looked like. This was not the right one. That's paid by Ito, which got rescheduled. I think their draft got posted in their thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it was a Morgana first pick, which I'm not too surprised about.
Yeah.
Um,
So they came in. South Dakota came in thinking we're gonna play Morgana with an AD mid, and then we blinded Yone R5 or B5, and they R5 Camille counter pick, which oof. I do
this is
think
where it's
Camille's
kind
really
of
strong in him.
it's kind of like unlucky, right? In a weird way, because it's like if Sasha had like a Nai this weekend, he probably would have played more of a traditional mid. Even though I believe he's got like I've seen him play like literally everything, because like he obviously even plays Aatrox mid. But like considering Burst is mainly a top laner, you know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, the Yone Camille matchup, I love it. So like Lawrence probably wasn't
Right.
as well versed in that matchup or to have like as good of a counter pick set up.